Well, how are we getting on? Welcome to Kazan here, the capital of Tatarstan, the Republic of Tatarstan, a semi-autonomous region in Russia. Never knew it existed until I was planning the Trans-Siberian Railway, but hey, we're here right now, standing on a few tanks. This city is famous for, of course, the Kazan Kremlin, which has a lot of cool mosques and stuff because the majority of the people here are actually Islamic. Really interesting. So we're going to explore today, and if you enjoy, make sure to give it a like. Let's go. A serious flex by the Russians here, just massive helicopters, massive fighter jets, tanks, anti-aircraft. And this seems to be standard so far. I mean, we've only been to Moscow and now Kazan, but everywhere you go, it's very military-esque. This child keeps following me. I have to get away. So just realised that the park we're in is actually called Victory Park, which makes a lot of sense now because the park seems to be dedicated to soldiers of the wars Russia has been involved in. Obviously can't read any of the info because it's all written in Russian and Tatar. That's the language they speak here in the Republic of Tatarstan, Tatar. So that's another interesting thing I've learned.
So the flame is actually the eternal flame, and surrounding it is a pantheon with a load of marble tablets, and they have the names of the natives of Kazan who died in the Great War. So in the green zone of the park, they actually planted 1,418 trees and shrubs, and that corresponds to the number of days they spent at war, which I think is really interesting because it just represents how long the war actually was.
So that was Victory Park, really cool. It's actually right beside where we're staying, which is a capsule hotel. Facilities are top notch. There's a swimming pool, there's a gym, you have to pay extra for that. But look, right now we're gonna get some public transport and head to the Kazan Kremlin. Let's go. There's the bus. So there you go, the famous Kazan Kremlin right behind us, fortified walls, and Kremlin actually means city within walls. And as you can see right there, a massive mosque that is Kul Sharif Mosque, very famous landmark here in Kazan. Look at it, absolutely beautiful. We're gonna go inside right now, let's go. Whoa! Hello, привет.
Hello, привет.
It's unbelievably hot here today. Robbie's dying. Look.
Yeah, it's really hot.
We're walking along the wall here, trying to find a way in. I think it's up here. So we've just successfully walked in the exit.
For free.
Still waiting to get called back, but nothing yet. So we've made it inside for free by the looks of it. 100% confirmed any moment. I say once we get to the top of the hill here. Happy days. Don't know if we have to pay anyway, but I assume you do. So we're just sheltering in from the sun here inside the Kremlin, looking at Soyinbi Tower, which is probably, apparently, the most recognizable symbol of Kazan. And it used to lean apparently to the side a few centimeters, but was corrected in the 1930s and 40s using some strange techniques. And no one knows who built it, but it dates back to the 17th or 18th century.
The oldest building inside the Kremlin is the Annunciation Cathedral, and it was built in the 1500s. And it's actually the only 16th century Russian church to have 6 piers and 5 apses. So that relates to the architecture, so it's obviously unique.
Apses and what?
Piers.
Whatever that means.
They actually built a bell tower on top to resemble Ivan the Great bell tower in Moscow, but it was actually pulled down by the Soviets in 1930, so it's no longer there.
Beautiful, baby. Not sure what's going on there. So look at that, there's Kul Sharif Mosque again, absolutely incredible. It was first built in the 16th century and named after Kul Sharif. He was some sort of a famous scholar at the time. But it was redone and reopened in 2005, and it was supposed to be one of the biggest mosques in Russia and Europe outside of Istanbul.
So actually, according to my sources, it was built at the request of Ivan the Terrible, and it was built on the ruins of the old castle, the former castle Kazan Khans. Ivan the Terrible was actually the Grand Prince of Moscow in the 1500s, and then he became the first Tsar of Russia. So yeah, it's pretty historic.
It holds 6,000 people in there. That's how big it is. I don't know how big it looks on the video, but it's absolutely massive when you're standing here right now. 6,000 people fit in there to say their prayers. That's how you get it on. It's like we're going into cook in the kitchen, but... Spasiba. Steps after steps here to go up to the balcony of the mosque, have a look, and really, really nice. What's that?
Nothing else looks of interest there.
Right, so we've just come out of the Kremlin now. It's absolutely sensational in there. And now look at this statue behind us of a guy wrapped in barbed wire. He looks like he's in pain. No idea who he is. If you know, comment down below. Because it's not written in English. I don't think it's written in any language at all. So we're walking alongside the Kremlin right now, down towards Agricultural Palace. Not sure much about it yet, but it looks really, really cool from what we looked up. And it's only about a 5-minute walk away. Ideal. Sitting outside Agricultural Palace, absolutely stunning building. It's where the Minister for Agriculture lives, and the building's also referred to as Farmer's Palace. You're not allowed to go inside, but the architecture is incredible, and there's a metal tree in the middle that symbolises prosperity and fertility.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. It's really nice from the outside, but it's a pity you can't go inside, you know? Sure, look. It's cool.
Go, 3, 2, 1. It's a video, Rob, sorry. Great view of the Kremlin from here, I must say.
Can you sit on it?
I wouldn't sit on that. That one had a little accident, did it? Little sheeps everywhere. I watched a video about Kazan a few months ago or a few weeks ago, and I remember from the video these apartments over here just beside Agricultural Palace, some of the most expensive apartments to live in the whole of Kazan, and for good reason. They're absolutely beautiful looking. Look at them. So we're walking along this lovely little area right now, right by the Kazan River, and it's beautiful. Little water features, etc.
Really? The Kazan River in Kazan. Would never have guessed.
Never. Where are we off to now, Rob?
We're now off to the Temple of all religions.
Just waiting for the bus, and you're able to get some sort of a beer or ale or something over there out of a tap while you're waiting. Very peculiar. Give me a little bit as well.
Ooh, it's really nice.
What is it? Can we try?
Oh, it's really nice, whatever it is.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's good.
You can finish that. Tastes like it's a bitter apple or something.
Yeah, good.
Spasiba.
Yeah.
Three buses later, we're finally here. And the interesting thing I just learned is that all buses that are powered by electricity are green and all other buses are red. And in 2009, Kazan was officially allowed to name itself the third capital of Russia. They did say he was the more talented brother, musically anyway. Well, that's great, isn't it?
Look at at this big fella.
Yeah, it's literally a building site.
I don't even know what that says, so I don't know if we're meant to go in here or like.
Oh well. We can't understand, so we go.
Imagine like we paid we paid into this. Like, what is this? We paid into a building site. Lovely.
There's no way you're supposed to go up here. I think I'll say no to going across that.
Jesus.
Robbie insists going up there. I said no, but look, the young are leading. We are at the top in what seems like an unfinished bell tower, and there's a great view of the place and of the river, but to be honest, I think we were spotted, so we're going to get down. Come out now of the Temple of All Religions. Just a really random experience, a real cluster of just, there's room for Buddhists, for Orthodox, for Catholicism, Islam, Hinduism, Egyptian paintings on the walls. It's just
literally
like
everything.
Anything you can think of, it's probably in there.
But it's all unfinished as well.
It doesn't seem to be finished. There's a lot of just empty rooms full of rubble and crap. But the architecture from the outside is pretty impressive. I think it opened in 2005. However, it's clearly not finished, and to be honest, with the trip that we made out here, I wouldn't bother. So we're in Kazan, Russia, and we're eating Vietnamese food. So it's the following day now. The weather has taken a complete and utter turn for the worst.
Freezing!
And I'm wearing a t-shirt, sure, look, thug life. But we knew the weather was going to be like this today. That's why we got everything out of the way yesterday, and we kind of chilled in the hostel today, staying out of this weather. It's been raining all day. It's not raining now, thankfully. So we're walking to the shopping center where we ate yesterday, or about 20 seconds ago in the video, and we're going to grab something to eat and then head to the railway station. We're going to head to the railway station to continue the Trans-Siberian Railway journey to Yekaterinburg next. But we stayed in that amazing capsule hotel, had really good facilities, and it was 850 rubles a night, just shy of 13 euro, which is a little bit out of our budget, but that's why we're couch surfing in Yekaterinburg now. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, comment down below, tell us what we missed in Kazan, and subscribe if you haven't already. See you real soon.
Good luck.
Good luck.